Hey everybody, how you doing? Welcome. Happy Friday, day after Christmas, Boxing Day, whatever it is you want to call it.
Happy Friday.
Hope you guys had a great holiday if you celebrate that holiday. And if you don't, I hope you're still having a great day. And we are back to work. No rest for the weary. So we've got 48 hours left in our Kickstarter campaign for the Snow Bear card game, the game that I created based on my film. And we're using that to raise funds to create more animations. So if you can help us out there, it would be great. And so these are original drawings for the top tier backing on our card game. And so I thought it'd be fun to sit and do a few watercolor paintings with you guys, and we can talk about stuff and all kinds of fun stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
I got Dustin with me.
Hi, how are you doing? How's it going, eh?
How's it going, eh?
How's it going here, bud?
Hey. So I've got a bunch done so far. I mean, look at this. Boom. I got so many done so far.
That's a pile.
Yeah, we got, these are two that I did earlier today. Little cuties. But they're little watercolor and ink original snow bears that I'm making. No two are alike. Every single one is original. Every single one is a different pose. Every single one is a different character. And I'm doing these for everyone that orders the top tier of the card game. So what you'd get is you get the deluxe edition, which is the 3 extra characters in a deluxe box, which is a side-by-side box. And inside the box is one of these drawings. You get an original drawing with that. So check it out. Like I said, we've got 48 hours left. And we also got a sale going on. What is it, Dustin? It was. You want to go over to that really quick?
Yes, today is buy one, get one 50% off sale. So if you buy one of these courses, you can get another course for 50% off.
So we are cranking away on at Creature Art Teacher. Just because Christmas is over doesn't mean all the savings are over. So. And the cool thing about this is you can give these away as gifts. You can do all kinds of cool stuff. So I drew this one during our members stream. I do another live stream before we do our public one for our members at Creature Art Teacher. So if you're interested in that, you can become a member and you get an extra live stream. Plus, when I create more animated films, I bring you guys along for the ride. So they were there with me, the members, our little members family. We were all together while I was making Snow Bear. For 2.5 years we did that together.
Someone on YouTube is asking, may I ask where to find the Kickstarter link?
Yes, so if you just go to Kickstarter, go to the site and search Snow Bear, you'll get it there. Can you put it in the comments, Dustin? Are you able to do that?
Pardon?
Can you pin it in the comments? Or
let me see here.
But if you're not able to, just go to Kickstarter.com and then check out the search Snow Bear, and it'll come up.
I found it.
Dustin will post the link.
Yep, sending it to Facebook, to YouTube, and to Twitch.
Thank you, Dustin.
You are welcome. And someone on Twitch says, Snow Bear was great. Nice job.
Hey, thank you.
And another person on Twitch says, I loved Snow Bear.
Thank you guys for watching it and supporting us.
And so on YouTube, a little late, and is asking what we are doing today.
We are working on our Snow Bear, the card game, fulfillment drawings and paintings. So there's only 48 hours left to get my Snow Bear, the card game. And so we are working diligently to promote that and I thought I would work on the fulfillment drawings and paintings. And so that's what I'm doing here. So if you get the top tier fulfillment, you get one of these right here. And each one of these is different. So once again, that's the Kickstarter for my Snow Bear card game. There we go. He's doing a little jig, doing a little dancey dance. So then what I need to do in between is dry it. How are we doing on questions, Dustin?
No questions really yet. Just a whole bunch of comments among each other.
Oh, great. Well, definitely check out the game. If you haven't seen the Kickstarter yet, check it out. Watch the video, because the game is actually a lot of fun. I spent quite a bit of time designing it. And
actually, got a question here.
Not just coming up with the art, but also coming up with the rules and the gameplay and everything else. It was a lot of fun.
Mr. Timeshell Sherber on YouTube says, out of all projects that you've worked on at Disney, what's it like getting to work with Glenn Keane?
Well, Glenn Keane was... it's a dream. Glenn was my mentor. He actually trained me in animation way back in 1988. So Glenn is, he's a remarkable human being. Not just a great animator, but he's just a great person. And so he's very giving with his time and his knowledge, which, you know, not everybody is. But Glenn has always had this philosophy of passing it on to the next generation. And he was great. And, you know, I owe everything, you know, that I am professionally to Glenn, because he lit that spark in me to want to continue to do this.
Stu Bear KC on YouTube says, I love Snow Bear. I hope you get an Oscar for it, or even more awards for it, because you did an amazing job. Showed my son and he loved it.
Oh, thank you so much.
And Maximus DeJesus 1374 on YouTube asks, how did you react to the recent 2026 Animal Farm trailer, and what are your thoughts on the original from 1954?
I didn't see the trailer.
Yeah, Andy Serkis is directing.
Yeah, I knew that, but I haven't seen is it not out yet? I thought it came out.
The trailer for it has come out.
Oh, okay.
But as far as the movie itself, I think it's releasing later this coming year.
Oh, okay. No, I haven't seen the trailer.
But but for the second half, what are your thoughts on the original Animal Farm?
Well, I've never seen. I've read the book, and you know it's a big social commentary, and that was required reading when I was in school. I've never seen the film.
I remember seeing the live action Animal Farm in school. We both read the book and saw the film, and one of the film was from, I would have to say, like mid to late 80s, it felt like.
So you'll see, you're going to see the background, this background color, which I'm using Payne's Gray. You're going to see it lighten up as it dries.
Do you have any other family members that work in animation?
Yes, I have a brother, Travis Blaze. He lives down in Mexico City, and he's an amazing animator, fantastic story artist. He's an incredible artist. Yeah, my brother and I, we've been in the animation industry for geez, 35. He's been in for 35 years, and I've been at it for 37 years, 38 years.
Wondering if there will be other affordable shipping options other than USPS for international orders. Sadly, packages sent through USPS to Mexico tend to get lost or stolen.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you on that one. That one, I don't. That's beyond. It's outside of my hands. Hopefully, there'll be something better down the road. Yeah, look at that. Look at that.
How do I improve with the hand-drawn animation? I have a Picasso tab to do motion animation, and I'm slightly confused how to make my character move. It seems to skip on some of the scenes I do like I'm missing some stuff.
I'm not sure about that software. I mean, animation, I do hand-drawn animation, and I do it, I use TV Paint software, but I started doing it on paper. You can do animation on paper. Matter of fact, I'm thinking about doing animation like this. This is kind of cool. But I can't answer your question as far as if it's software related, because I don't know the software.
From Twitch, if I want to become an animator, where would I start to draw, or what more specifically?
Well, it's looking at action analysis. It's looking at acting, emotion, emoting, expression, character. That's if you want to do, character animation.
And I have another person that's asking a similar question on YouTube, but it says more focused on getting a job itself. How did you get a job in animation? What is your degree and where?
Well, I didn't get a degree. I never got it. And really, to be honest, you don't need a degree in animation. You just need to be able to animate. Now, some people, they learn better by going to college, and you can do that. But you can also learn online. I know plenty of people that through the 90s learned animation online, and through the 2000s learned animation online and became animators and got hired at studios. But the way I got in, I came into the industry in the 80s, so it's a very different time. And I got an internship with Disney. I trained under Glenn Keane, and I learned animation the old-fashioned way. We did it on paper. That's how we did it back then. And it was great.
And talking about your current images, would the paint dry the same without the hairdryer?
Yeah, it just dries faster by using the hairdryer.
And is that a hairdryer or is it a heat gun?
No, it's a hairdryer. Just a straight-up hairdryer.
I guess you consider a hairdryer to be a very mild heat gun.
Yeah.
Person on YouTube says, I absolutely love the Snow Bears short film. It's incredibly inspiring. Your work stands alongside Hayao Miyazaki in such a beautiful way.
Thank you so much. That's a huge compliment. I appreciate that.
Storytelling 6.0 on YouTube writes, bought your animation on paper course, loving it. Do you have any course on Procreate Dreams?
I do. Yep. I know that the navigation on our website isn't super intuitive. It's a little hard to find stuff. But yeah, if you keyword Procreate Dreams, I've got a whole course in there on how to use Procreate Dreams.
I'm an animator working as a video editor. How to find an animation job? Um, just animate a lot of scenes and make a demo reel out of them.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are using social media as their resume too.
Hmm.
So if you keep your social media up and post a lot of work, um, and then you submit to the studios, and that's how you do it.
Do you intend to update the course for Procreate 2?
Yes, at some point. I don't have anything immediate that we're going to be doing, but yes. I've got too many other irons in the fire that I got to get done before I can do that.
Julie on Facebook asks, is writing, Mama Dina asks, why does Aaron not put eyes on Snow Bear?
I just think there is, to me, some of them do have eyes, like this one right here. I'm putting eyes on this one. Some of them have eyes, some of them don't. To me, there's kind of a charm without the eyes. And and for me, it's more about getting the body posture. You don't need the full face on some of them. And it makes it feel more like it's made out of snow. It's like trying to get it down to its most minimal essence and still be Snow Bear. So it's like the black nose I felt like was more important than the eyes, and the ears are important.
How do you balance realism and stylization when designing a character?
It depends. That really depends on the style of the art direction that you want to do for a project, because obviously there's so many different directions you can go, from something realistic to something that's like SpongeBob. There's a whole bunch of, so you got to first determine what's your art direction, what's your artistic style that you want to do for the film. Then you design within that conceit. So that's what I do. And I tend to have somewhat of I call it a stylized realism to my design sense, my natural design sense. And so that's where I find I'm most comfortable.
What pen and or brush are you using? Sorry if it was answered before.
No, I'm using a Bimoji brush pen. They're really great brush pens.
And the brush you're currently using for your watercolor?
This is just this is a Artist Loft.
Question from YouTube. What pencils do you use, and is Blackwing worth buying, or is there a cheaper alternative? What is your recommended B level grade for smooth lines?
Well, I don't have a B level grade. I only get this is what I do for a living, and so I get the best product I can. That I'm a big believer in. If you want to create good work, you use good equipment. And pencils are, I try to get the best pencil. I don't use Blackwing. They're great pencils. I just don't use them. I use Mitsubishi Hi-Uni 10B pencils. These are the pencils I use. Mitsubishi Hi-Uni 10B pencils. I get them through Amazon. And they're awesome pencils. They're very soft. They have a larger piece of graphite, a wider piece of graphite inside the pencil, bigger than what Blackwing uses. Blackwings are good. I like the Mitsubishis better.
How much are your favorite paintbrushes?
I don't have favorite paintbrushes, to be honest with you. I don't have a favorite brand. And the brushes I've had for 20 some odd, 30 years or something like that. I get pretty rough with them. So sometimes I have to replace them or I lose them, or I've got hundreds of brushes. Just find a brush you like. That's really the best advice I can give you. You don't have to spend hundreds of dollars on a brush. I have, and and I lose those brushes as quick as I lose a $30 brush that paints, almost as well. So that's the key.
Question from Martin.
Yes,
from
Martin.
Is there a finer nib on the Bimoji pen?
Yeah, well, I'm not using a nib. The one I'm using has a synthetic brush on it.
And Sport King on Twitch asks, does chalk pencils help with realism for animal sketches?
Chalk pencils?
Chalk pencils.
I don't know. Not necessarily. You can do realism with any medium, really. It's just how you decide to use it, what surface you're using it on, all of that kind of thing.
Which animal do you enjoy drawing the most?
Oh, well, obviously I love bears. I love big cats. I like elephants, birds, any bird. I love drawing birds. But mammals, any animal, really. I love them all. But I tend to go back to, obviously, bears a lot. So. And by the way, I want to reiterate that these images that I'm creating right here, these little watercolors are part of the top tier rewards, our backer funding for my Kickstarter Snow Bear card game, which is in its last 48 hours. So if you're interested in helping us fund more animated content, which is what we're trying to do through making this game, we're trying to find ways of creating revenue to come in so that we can make more games or make more animated films. Then we make more games, I guess. Check it out. Go to Kickstarter, and then check out Kickstarter, and then go into search Snow Bear, and you'll find we are down to our last 48 hours.
What do you think about Indian art?
Indian, like Native American, or Indian from India?
That's what I'm questioning about.
I love any cultural art. I love a lot of cultural art. But either way, I like them both. Whether you're asking me about Native American or art from India. Also, we got our sale happening right now. You want to pull that one up, Dustin?
Art from India was what the person meant.
Yeah, I love art from India. I've got a lot of friends from India that are artists as well.
Love their use of color.
Yes. Can you pull up the slide, Dustin, for another reminder for
yes, for the
sale?
buy one get one 50% off sale. Let me go to the. Make sure it's not missing anything. Yep. So I don't see any special code or anything of that sort. Or just you put two courses into your cart and you just buy one, and the second one you get 50% off. So go over to creatureartteacher.com while the sale is still around.
It's .com.
It's .com. creatureartteacher.net. It's .com. Any Homestar Runner fans out there? I'm sure like most of the people out there are like,
What?
who's Homestar Runner?
Yeah, exactly.
Who's Homestar Runner?
It was so big back then too.
Oh
wasn't it?
yeah. As you can see from my resume. Do you like elephants, and have you ever drawn or animated them?
Yes. I'm sorry to laugh, but elephants are one of my favorite animals, and I developed an entire movie about an elephant called The Legend of Tembo. I've drawn and painted hundreds and hundreds of elephants. Asian elephants, African elephants, savanna elephants, forest elephants. I love them all. I've got a story that I'm writing about a baby elephant right now. The answer is yes. I've got a PDF on my website at creatureartteacher.com. I've got a PDF on how to draw elephants.
Skylops on Twitch says, big fan. I love the sales and availability of all the education.
Thank you. Well, we do it because I know there's a lot of folks out there that are strapped. And, since our goods are digital goods, we have the ability to bring the cost down and just sell through volume. And so everybody's happy. And so that's been our mission, is to make sure that everybody has access to art education if they want it. And it won't break the bank.
Skylops also says, knowing Homestar Runner makes us old now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. Yeah, they are starting to make a comeback a little bit on YouTube. Strong Bad there is coming back with some more of his email stuff, which is fun.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
It's not even like updating in like the style of animation or even like the update, like the audio and everything just sounds the same. It's just new content.
Oh, that's awesome.
From at Storytelling 6.0 on YouTube, says, people usually write a script before drawing a story. Can I skip it and just develop the story through storyboards alone?
Yeah, I mean, it's possible. I mean, that Disney did it that way for years and years. I find it better to write a script. Every step builds upon the last. And so when you're able to write, you can make changes a lot quicker than drawing storyboards and then finding that you want to change the story. It's possible, yeah, but it's difficult. So there's two that we've done so far.
We got a late comer. When did this live start? A couple of hours. You've been gone a couple of hours.
Yeah, we've been at it for at least 4 hours.
We've been at it since like 9 in the morning. No, we're about half hour in.
Yeah, you haven't missed much. You're okay.
You only missed like 20 drawings. Skylop says, an amazing community of teachers, though. It's great to see so many advocate for the knowledge. Talking about the creature art teacher.
Yeah, I'm pretty proud of what we've been able to put together over the years.
Let me tell you, it felt weird making my own course on there along with everyone else.
Yeah, Dustin's got a great photography course on there.
Yeah, it's a introduction to wildlife photography, though. It does focus a lot on wildlife photography, but it is great for everyone that is getting into photography. Like I go through the very basics of the different kinds of cameras and sensors to the different kinds of lenses, what accessories to look for, all the way to the triangle of exposure, so you can know how to shoot manually right off the bat. I take out in the field to various places and show you how to edit in Adobe Lightroom and everything else in between. There's so much in the course, and it is part of the sale going on, which is buy one get one 50% off. So if you go on there, you buy one course and you get a second course for 50% off. So go ahead and grab
Half price, baby.
half the price.
And they're already cheap. It's almost going to get to the point where I'm going to have to start paying you guys.
So it picks a course. Yeah, here's $30 for your troubles.
Yeah.
Martin's asking, is that a finer pen than you normally use?
No, same pen. I'm just using just the very the tips of the hairs. Same pen. That's what I love about Bimoji is that you can get super, you can get bold with it. You can get schmeary with it. Schmeary. You can get, you know, I'm just using the very tip of the brush.
Well, Skyloft's talking about the photography course. Says, "Oh, that's fantastic. I'll have to look at that too. I just have a Rebel T100. Barely know how to use it. Now, my first camera was actually a Rebel T6 before I went down the Sony line. So I know the Rebel T series very well." From YouTube, question for you Floridians. Do you even have Christmas trees in Florida? Does Santa get hot there?
Yes, we have Christmas trees, and Santa does get hot.
Yep.
It was actually pretty warm. We hit almost 80 degrees yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah, our cold fronts, like, the cold fronts usually really crank in, like, January and February. Like, November, December, it gets cooler, but it's not, like, freezing cold like it does up north. Oh, everyone's starting to mention what cameras they're rocking. ATW on YouTube says, mine's a T7. I dream of Sony Alpha one day. Yeah, T7 is a really good one, I've heard. And yeah, the Sony Alphas I just can't get enough of. When I transitioned to Sony, I went with the A6400 for its price at the time. Nowadays, I use a Sony A1. And if you want to see any of my work, I actually have an Instagram that's Dustin_Blaze. If you go onto my Instagram, Dustin_Blaze, and you can see all my photos. They're all my personal keepers. And I also have photo reference packs on creatureartteacher.com. So if anybody's looking for any photo references of certain animals from like Africa or Yellowstone or Florida, you can go in there and take a look at those. Has Aaron ever been Santa for Christmas?
Yeah, I'm Santa for Christmas every year.
Every single year. Ho, ho, ho. Ha. Rambling court jester. Rather fitting for his comment on Twitch. What are a Christmas tree's favorite sweets? Ornaments. Martin Berger, over on Twitch this time, says somebody was asking earlier about the Winsor Newton watercolor art box giveaway. Any updates on that?
No, we haven't drawn the names yet because we were focused on the holiday. But we're going to be drawing 4 names, and they will be getting the 4 Cotmans that we pulled from. And we will announce those probably next week's live stream. Right now, the focus was for the holiday.
And so
Happy holidays.
A holiday. And somebody on YouTube is mentioning of their weather, and they're saying that in Brazil it was a 35 Celsius Christmas.
Holy moly, that's warm.
Yeah, that is 95 in Fahrenheit. Holy moly.
Yeah, that's warm.
That's a little toasty. Any warmer and the tree will catch fire. Merry Christmas. What's the schedule for these streams?
The public streams we do every Friday at 1 p.m., give or take.
At Eastern Standard Time.
Eastern Standard Time, yeah.
Though earlier in the day on Fridays, for anyone that are members
if you want to,
Creature Art Teacher.
Yeah, if you want to become a member, then you can watch us at 11 o'clock as well.
And we usually stream on those from 11 a.m. till 1 till noon Eastern Standard Time. And then once noon hits around or roughly around.
Yeah, and the other thing it's worth mentioning is that when I'm working on a production, that's what I'm streaming. That's what we did with Snow Bear. That's how we started the member streams is streaming the making of Snow Bear.
Storytelling set on YouTube says, bought Procreate Dreams course just now, and I haven't even bought an iPad yet. We'll wait for Dreams 2.0 course.
The 2.0 is out. Oh, for the course.
For the course, yeah. Now, how different is 2.0 compared to the original?
I think it's pretty different.
Oh, really?
I think it's a different interface, and I haven't learned it yet, so I've got to learn it.
Gotta figure it out.
Yeah.
Might have to make a Penguin sequel.
Yeah.
Vermis on YouTube says, howdy, Space Cowboy. Howdy there, Vermis.
Some people call me the Space Cowboy. Yeah. Some call me the gangster of love.
Some people call me Maurice. Simon Dominic on YouTube says, Little Bear is happy to be drawn.
Yes.
Thank you for inspiring me as an artist with all you do on all social platforms.
Oh, thank you.
On your social
Well, I'm trying to spread the word. Spread the artistic word.
Miguel Felix
Hello, Miguel Felix.
On YouTube says, hello, Aaron. One question. What's your recommendation to draw animals, being to artwork or animation?
I don't know what that means. I don't know what my recommendation.
How to draw? I think it's asking.
Draw them from life when you can.
Yeah.
If you're learning, if you're asking about learning to draw animals, draw them from life when you can, and
learn the anatomy.
Yep, learning the anatomy. That's what you learn when you're drawing them from life, and or video. Video really helps a lot, and that's where I get all of my reference and all of my things that I've learned, drawing animals has all come from drawing from life.
And I would say,
and being on location.
for a good start, just to get an understanding on what to look for, I could definitely recommend you look into some of Dad's how to draw different creatures, or like the how to draw bears, or how to draw wolves, coyotes, and foxes. Any of those animal courses, just so you know what to look for in a creature's anatomy.
And I've got a book coming out called Through the Eyes of an Animator, Drawing Animals the Aaron Blaise Way. And that is available for pre-order. That's going to be coming out in May or June. I'm working on the book now, but we're doing a pre-order on it, so that'll fund the actual printing of it.
And actually, if you are looking into any how to draw the different creature courses, you can buy one and get one 50% off right now. That's currently on sale this weekend. And once again, that is buy one, get 50% off at creatureartteacher.com. Vermis on YouTube says, hope the new book doesn't sell out before I have the money to buy it.
No, it's not going to sell out. It's just it's the number of orders we get is going to determine how many we print. But if you're one of the first 500 orders, you get a signed copy.
Better get on that with the first 500. So on YouTube, bro, I went life drawing recently for the first time, and the hype is true. Drawing from life is both more fun and I felt more helpful.
Oh yeah, always. Drawing from life is always better.
And someone else comments on the current drawing, says, "Oh, this looks like it would have been in my room as a kid."
Yeah.
A little cheerful snow bear.
Yep.
When you are animating characters on paper and you need to color, how do you keep the color looking consistent in each frame? The shadows, for instance.
Well, I usually digitize the drawing. So if it's done on paper, I then bring that over into, I photograph it and digitize it into the computer, and then I color everything on the computer. On the pewter. Otherwise, you can, if you want to go old school, you Xerox onto a clear acetate sheet so it's see-through, and the line is on the top layer. Then you flip it over and you do vinyl painting on the back. But that's a special paint.
talking about coloring, someone writes, if you want to go old school, then you get 2,000 to 3,000 women to trace your roughs on clear cells.
Yeah, on inking.
Like back in Snow White days. Yeah, when did they start printing out the cells? Because the originals, like, they actually
In the
had to trace
60s.
out the cells, right?
Yeah, when the Xerox technology came about in the 60s.
Oh, was it 60s?
Yeah, it's during 101 Dalmatians.
Oh, wow. So 101 Dalmatians, right?
Yep.
Was 101 Dalmatians before or after Sleeping Beauty?
After. Sleeping Beauty was inked.
Was when?
It was inked. Sleeping Beauty was inked. It wasn't Xeroxed.
Oh, wow. And that one's clean.
Yep. That's one of the best they've ever done.
Yeah. Yeah, because around the 60s was like 101 Dalmatians, Robin Hood.
Robin Hood was 73.
Oh, was it 73?
Yeah.
Was...
Aristocats was 1970.
Oh, was it?
Jungle Book was 66 or 65. 65 or 66.
Yeah, I always thought Robin Hood and Aristocats was 60s. I think it's just that same...
Matter of fact, I saw Robin Hood in the theater as a kid.
Oh, really?
When it first, that was one of the first films I ever saw. I was 5 years old.
Well, what do you know?
Yeah. So here's always what we've done so far. So once again, we're down to the last 48 hours of our Kickstarter campaign, and these paintings are being done for the top tier reward, or for the top tier funding reward. If you choose it, you will get the deluxe edition of the game, which is the deluxe box side by side. You'll get signed. You get 3 extra characters in the game itself, and then you get an original drawing or original painting inside the box. So that's what I'm working on right now. This is the actual game right here. So I designed the game after my film Snow Bear, and so you know the film is all about him trying to make friends, trying to find friends, and making a snow bear. And so that's what the game is. The game is about trying to make snow bear friends. And so you'll see there's lots of pieces of characters in here, like this. And you get dealt the random cards, and there's always six characters in play. And so you try to put your character together. If there's a character on the board that you have in your hand, then you lay down a piece. And the person that lays down the final piece wins that character. It's a lot of fun, actually. So, like, this is a sample. This is Chunk. He's 4. There we go. He's 4 pieces, but I've got other characters that are 8 pieces. And so if you lay that last piece down, you get the character. And but there's ice melt or snow melt cards that can melt characters, that you can melt somebody else's character and steal it. You can use a blizzard card. There's icebreaker cards to make people pick up cards, because the idea is to run out of cards, and each card is a point. There's reverse play, draw 2, all kinds of stuff in here. Let's see what else we have. Got a lot of different characters. There's Fluff. There's Bellyful. His name is Bellyful because he's a bellyful for a polar bear. There's Snack. Shuffle. Shuffle's a fun one. The Shuffle's only 4 characters as well, so I'll show you Shuffle. Shuffle's dancing. That's why I call it Shuffle.
So I wrote nice cards.
Well, go to Kickstarter.com and search Snow Bear, and you'll see the cards.
And I'll share the Kickstarter link again.
Here's Luna. Luna's a good one. Here's Glenn.
Oh, yeah.
Pieces of Glenn. The Orca. Lots of good cards. Lots of good characters. So check it out. It's a fun game. We love playing it. And it's, you know, the other cool thing is when you get the game, this is really cool. This is what I think makes the game really fun. Well, the game itself is fun, but when you get the game, you get the directions that come with it. But in the directions is this QR code. And you scan this QR code and it takes you to the film. So you watch the film and then you play the game. How cool is that?
Swole. Someone on YouTube wrote, wait, you're left-handed?
I am left-handed. I'm left-handed. My brother's left-handed. My father's left-handed. My mother was left-handed. The whole family. The whole fam-damly.
Yes, I am indeed whistling in the background. I can't get the song out of my head now.
There we go. So check out the game, Kickstarter. Search Snow Bear.
Watched the movie with a bunch of friends. We loved it. Are you talking about Snow Bear? Or
Yes.
Talking about Robin Hood. Blue X videos. Awesome. Cat Mom writes, left-handed people have a virtual high five. Snow Bear. Okay. Hey, Aaron, do you know any Finnish artists besides old Glenn Vilppu, who, by the way, is a trooper at almost 90?
I don't.
So Glenn Vilppu is the only Finnish artist you know?
Yeah.
Do you have any courses on fundamentals of drawing? And if you don't, do you know any good resources for learning the fundamentals?
Yeah, Ronnie's done one. Ronnie Williford has one on our site. And I'll be doing one in the future as well.
If you want to get Ronnie's fundamentals course, you can get that along with another course for 50% off. Go to Creature Art Teacher, find a course you like, and if you find one, then grab another course for 50% off at creatureartteacher.com. Do you know Steve Houston?
Yes. Incredible figurative artist. Steve Houston's amazing. And he does courses as well. If you're into wanting to do figurative work, I really recommend his courses.
CMC Fix is asking me what I have a favorite older Christmas 2D special or movies. Oh,
Christmas Vacation.
Huh?
Christmas Vacation.
Well, you're talking 2D animated, not.
Oh, got it.
Christmas Vacations. Technically the opening is 2D, but
Klouse,
yes, but that's a more newer. But this is an older. I would say Grinch, the old Grinch special, which was that 60s?
Grinch?
Yeah.
Yes, I think it was like 67, 69. Yeah. Maybe it was, no, maybe it have been 70. Can't remember. I think it came out when I was really young.
Yeah. But as for today's Christmas films, Klouse is definitely my new favorite, because I love that art style. I love the way they lit everything. Also, the story's great. Characters are great.
I love the filmmakers.
Yep. Yeah, you're good friends with Sergio.
Yeah,
Right.
Sergio and Torsten, who was character designer on there, and so many great artists worked on that film. James Baxter worked on it.
Yeah, Old Grinch was 1966.
66.
Thank you, Peter.
So that's before my time. I was born in 68.
Have you seen the 2D short film Snowman? Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. That was the one that was all done with colored pencil, if I recall.
Yep.
I remember my sister and I watching that all the time when we were kids on VHS. Yeah, we watched that all the time when we were kids. That was another great one. And I did more recently, like a year ago, watch it, found it on YouTube. And yeah. What is your opinion on Fox and the Hound?
I love Fox and the Hound. I saw that one in the theater too when I was a kid.
I haven't seen that one in years.
1980,
There's so many films I need to rewatch again.
1981, I think. That one really affected me. I really loved that film when I was a kid. 1981, I was 13. My friend John Pomeroy worked on that. Glenn Keane worked on that, my mentor. Little did I know that I would be working with them in the future when I saw it as a kid.
Erica says John Pomeroy also worked on Klouse.
Oh, he did? I didn't know that.
Mohsen Kareem on YouTube asks, did you enjoy watching Hanna-Barbera cartoons when you were a child?
Not as much as Warner Brothers. I did like Hanna-Barbera okay, but my favorite were Warner Brothers. The old, Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, Roadrunner, Coyote.
Rabbit season.
Yes.
Duck season. Duck season fire.
Yeah, there's one particular bit of Looney Tunes that I found on Twitch, or not Twitch, what am I saying? TikTok.
On the
that-
Tiki-Taki?
on the Tiki-Taki that I absolutely love because the smallest of details of it, because it was Coyote and Bugs, and Coyote's trying to shoot Bugs with a shotgun, but the barrel is able to spin around while Coyote's holding it, and there's a small detail whenever the barrel rotates, you can see which end's the back end and which end's the front, just by how wide there's a little tiny hole for the back end,
Yeah.
and then there's a wider hole for the actual front end of it, and there's certain bits where it's like a whole Russian roulette thing where Bugs grabs the front of the barrel and spins it like a propeller and lays it back onto the gun, and he's holding the gun sight. And Coyote has no idea whether he's got the back end or the front end.
Yeah.
But when you focus on the barrel itself, you can see what's about to happen. and I find little details like that really, really fun and fascinating.
Well, you can tell the animator had a great time doing that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You're hurting me. Please stop. Zoink it away.
Yeah, all of those were my favorite. I watched those endlessly.
Yeah, I remember watching quite a few of the Looney Tunes when I was a kid growing up. But
Not the new, not the '90s stuff. I'm talking about the old '40s stuff.
No, even that stuff I watched.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there were some channels that showed the classic Looney Tunes, and I mean, yeah, I did watch like the stuff from the '90s, like the Animaniacs. And
Yeah,
also
I didn't get into that
also
stuff.
the
Of course, I was in my 20s though, in the 30s.
but also Space Jam was what really got me into.
That was your jam?
That was my jam, Space Jam. But most of the lines I learned from that movie was Daffy's lines of like, "I found the short." But so on YouTube, right? Betty Boop was my favorite.
That's cool. That's old school.
Classic Betty, yep. Well, the fact that the voice of Betty is the older relative in Christmas Vacation.
Yeah, June 4A. Oh, no, it's not June 4A. Sorry. No. What am I saying?
Grace, she passed away 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Storytelling on YouTube, right? I know it's off topic, but Aaron, what is your favorite food or cuisine?
Oh man, that's a tough one. I don't know that I have one. I eat everything. I love food. I guess I'd say Japanese sushi is probably my like the one thing I always go back to, and I love, love, love. I love Thai.
Tiny Toons, yes, that's the one I was trying to remember. And yeah, Tiny Toons. There's Tiny Toons was when they were all basically babies, if I recall. And the one bit I remember best, I remember seeing this when I was in daycare. I think it was when mom was going to the gym when I was tiny, and but I just remember a bit from Tiny Toons where it's the little duck is like, "This is my elevator." In a mall, elevator go up, elevator stop. And it's like a burglar that's trying to escape, but he gets on this elevator, and the kid and the baby's like, "Elevator go down to hole, elevator stop." Bing. He's just going up and down, and the robber's just hitting the ceiling, hitting the floor, just making indents. Elevator go up, elevator stop, bam. I remembered that particular bit all these years. Elevator go down to hole. Dragon Nerd
Dragon Nerd
on Twitch says, "I'm making prawn linguine right now."
Ooh, nice.
That sounds delicious. And also says, "I've been trying out sushi." And 2D Ol says, "Fun to see the technique for coloring like that with watercolor."
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
And Florian mentioning about being left-handed, saying left-handed with drawing, I'm assuming. It says, "Me and my uncle are left-handed, but I can't use a computer mouse and scissors with my left hand." Crazy, right?
Yeah.
I'm kind of the same way. Like when I'm drawing or writing, I'm right-handed. If I'm holding like a sword I'm right-handed, but
So, that was random.
I know.
If I'm holding a sword.
or anything like that.
A
I'm
sword
right-handed,
or a piece of
but when
bread.
but anytime I'm playing like paintball or I'm shooting something, I'm left-handed.
Yeah.
And I'm left eye dominant, even though my left eye is my worst eye.
Yeah, you're actually like me because I'm the opposite of that. I'm left-handed in a lot of everything I do, but I'm right-handed in sports and whatnot.
Hey, Zonji's on Facebook.
Zangelina.
Says, hey, Aaron, Dustin, and everybody. And says, love that dark, granulating blue.
Yeah, isn't that nice? Yeah, this is it's a nice little dose of Payne's Gray. I love Payne's Gray. It always reminds me of Wyeth. Payne's Gray does. I don't even know if Wyeth used Payne's Gray, but it always felt like a Wyeth color.
What kind of watercolor paint are those?
This is Winsor Newton.
Windsor?
Winsor Newton's the only watercolor paint I use. You want to run the ad there, Dustin?
Yeah. If you go to creatureartteacher.com right now, all the courses right now, if you buy one course, you can get another course for 50% off. I believe that is going on for the whole weekend. So if you buy one, you get one 50% off.
Do we actually have a Kickstarter slide today?
We do have a Kickstarter slide.
Yeah, so our Kickstarter is, we're down to the last 48 hours on our Kickstarter card game, which is what I'm doing these paintings for. So if you want to help us create more animated content, then go and support us over at the Kickstarter campaign. Like I said, we're down to the last 48 hours, and if you get one, you'll be helping us make more animated content. And these are for the top tier. So if you so choose, you'll get one of these pieces as part of the campaign.
And each one is absolutely unique
Yep.
as far as these drawings go. No repeats.
No repeats. And I'm making as many as it takes. As many orders as I get, that's how many paintings I'm going to do.
So have you been thumbnailing any of these, or have you just been winging it with
Just winging it.
Just with all
I've
these
drawn
different designs?
thousands of snow bears. So I've gotten to where I don't need to thumbnail them too much anymore.
Not even for like what you want the snow bear to be doing, whether he's running or
No, I
sliding,
just
or
pictured in my head.
just picture
They're
in your
pretty
head,
simple shapes, so I can
so you
can
can make
do
them
it.
easy.
Yeah. Boom. Bada bing, bada boom.
The Thousand Faces of Snow Bear. Yes. I would love to watch 2D animation on the big screen. Yes. Totally agree. Hey, Aaron. Do you like music by Creedence Clearwater Revival?
Yes, I do.
All right. Oh, it's a baby snow bear. The bear that cares. I wonder what the first drawing of Snow Bear was like.
Not too much different than this. It's gotten a little bit more refined, but it's not too much different.
From Facebook, My Larson says, I just love your art. You're amazing, Aaron.
Oh, thank you.
And Iris on YouTube says, halfway through horse drawing course.
Hey, cool.
Simon Dominic says, Aaron's course is worth it. I highly recommend. After going through some of the courses, I found out I knew little of some fundamentals. Aaron's thought process I go through is clear and wow.
Thanks. That's from all my years at Disney. Having to explain what I'm doing and being taught by people that could explain things well, that all kind of rubbed off on me.
What kind of paper are you using?
This is a handmade paper that I get from a company called Leather Village. And it's really nice. Dustin, can you grab the remote for the air conditioner? Yeah, it's getting a little toasty in here.
It is a wee bit warm, isn't it? Here you go.
Thanks.
Maybe we're just chilling on the chair.
Yeah.
Zero Connection on YouTube writes, hope Aaron, Nick, Dustin, and all your family had a great Christmas.
We had a wonderful Christmas.
Yeah, we celebrated ours a little early back
Yep.
on Saturday, but
on
we
Saturday.
had a fun time. That one dude on YouTube says the graphite rock nose looks like lips.
Oh.
Julia on Facebook says toasty in Florida makes sense. 80 degrees.
What is it today?
It is 78 as it says on my weather radar.
Here we go. There it is.
Where
That's the
they're at.
current temperature. 77 is what I have.
77.
77 and sunny.
And mine got 78 and sunny. Okay, what's the cloud cover looking?
Either way, it's close enough to 80 degrees.
Lana on YouTube says, oh my god, it's so cute. Sloth Spaghetti on Twitch says hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hello, good sir. Or madam, whoever you are. Zamji's asking on Facebook, did anyone get art supplies for Christmas? I have some new hard pastels and Neocolor 2 water soluble wax pastels. Looking forward to using those.
I got a lot of chocolate.
My Larson on Facebook says 67 here in Clarksville, Tennessee. That's the
pretty
kind of
warm.
temperature I like in that high 60s, low 70s, not too freezing, not too hot, just enough for a sweater. A nice cozy sweater. And probably it's a few times, but have you used Procreate 2.0 yet?
No.
Procreate Dreams 2.0.
No, I haven't.
Buck Brothers Central talking about a Christmas gift says, neat, I got a fountain pen and studio lights.
That is pretty cool, actually.
I got a new camera foot for when I'm taking photos.
I think that
low
thing's
down.
going to be pretty cool, actually.
I think so too. I just need to find the right spot to use it, and but also got a nice vacuum / blower for cleaning out my computer stuff, which is really nice to have. I was actually planning on looking into one of those things, so perfect timing. And then for myself, bought myself a brand new chair that is waiting for me back at home. It just got delivered today, so excited, very, very excited. Been sitting on a porch chair for almost half a year. Curious, what kind of paper are you using?
This is Leather Village cold press handmade paper.
Leather Village. Do you watch any anime?
Not really, not on a regular basis, no. I do like Miyazaki.
I'm more of the anime guy. Cowboy Bebop. Someone YouTube writes, I got an iPad pencil for Christmas.
Oh, nice.
Nice little addition to your iPad. Jason Ford writes, bears are fine and all, but don't you get tired of drawing the same thing all the time?
Each one is different. That's funny. People think that about animation. No, first of all, I don't. And second of all, they're not all the same. I have a lot of variety. You know, when I'm done drawing snow bears, I'll go off and I'll paint some animals, or I'll do a landscape, or I'll animate something, or that's one of the reasons I started this business, is because I wanted some variety. You know, if I felt like doing a watercolor painting, I would do that. If I felt like animating something, I would do that. And I could teach people while I was doing it.
Did you see The Boy and the Heron?
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw it in theater. It is subtitled.
Yeah.
We didn't even realize it was subtitled until the first lines were said. We went, oh, it's not English dubbed. We still enjoyed it though.
Oh yeah, loved it.
So I have to say my favorite Miyazaki film has to be Castle in the Sky. That and or Princess Mononoke. Like those two are my top.
I'm with you on that. Princess Mononoke is my favorite.
No. Bro, where do you get that paper?
Get it from Leather Village. You get it on Amazon. It's really good stuff.
Iris says also my neighbor Totoro, really good one as well. Also Porco Rosso and Howl's Moving Castle, those are all other great ones. And Animated on Twitch says my favorite is Ponyo, although I watched a lot of Mononoke.
I didn't like Ponyo as much.
You don't like it as much?
No. But I like, and that's just saying it. I'm not saying I didn't like it. I just didn't like it as much as the other ones.
Vermin says I have a soft spot for Spirited Away and Totoro. Yeah, Spirited Away was like the big one that everybody knows about. I mean, it's a good one. Oh, that's one I still need to watch. Kiki's Delivery Service.
Oh yeah, that's a great one.
And I think that's the only there's that one and there's one other. What's the name of it? It's this one's it's The Borrowers.
Oh yeah.
It's not called The Borrowers.
No, I know it's like that though. I watched it not too long ago.
Thank you, Animated. So, The Secret World of Arrietty. Arrietty. I always have such a difficulty with certain names, trying to pronounce them correctly. I just end up sounding like a buffoon. Did you get that brush from Amazon?
I've had this brush before Amazon existed.
Who is your favorite Disney villain? Mine is Shan Yu from Mulan.
Yzma.
Yzma?
Yeah. And Maleficent.
Why do we even have that lever?
And I have to say one of mine has to be Frollo from Hunchback of Notre Dame. So my favorite sidekick, Kronk from Emperor's New Groove.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that as one. Yeah, animated, talking about the villain says, mine is actually Kronk because he's not that bad. Yeah, he's not really a villain. He's just kind of the, he's the sidekick. He's the assistant, basically. I wouldn't really call him as the villain. He's just a guy that just goes with the flow.
Yeah, it's just everything's water off a duck's back with him.
Nah, he's got a point. Well, break it down. You kidding me? It's a hand-carved mahogany. Forestal sake on YouTube writes, Aaron, who would you cast as Kenai in a live-action Brother Bear?
Ooh.
Who would you cast as Kenai in a live-action Brother Bear?
Well, it would be an indigenous actor. I'm not sure.
What's the difference between Vellum and Bristol?
Vellum is more of it's smoother. I don't think Vellum is Vellum even pulp based? I'm not sure it is. I don't know.
I have no idea. Your guess is as good as mine.
All right. We're getting a good collection going. So here's what we've done today. I'm not sure if I might have some extras in here. So there's that one we just did. Now this is a different one. I got some extras in here. This guy's in the game. This is Perch. Let's see how many we've got so far.
A lot. A lot.
So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, whoops, yeah, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 28, oops, yeah, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Hold on. 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, and 49. All right, we need to do one more just so we can hit 50 today.
One more.
One more. So we got 49 done.
One more for the road. I don't know what voice that is. I'm just making it up as I go.
Yeah, that's not annoying. All right.
The amount of voices that I do while I'm singing along to music it just makes myself laugh. Lada goes, you drew all those today?
Yeah, no.
Not all of them. Now, how many did you draw today?
I don't know.
I was focusing on the comments, so I didn't keep count. Martin goes, one more thing. You mean one more drawing? Carlos reciting Yzma's line from Emperor's New Groove.
Tell us where the talking lemon is, and we'll burn your house to the ground.
Don't you mean or? Lou BRB on Twitch says, "Oh, I love the one holding his own head." Pan Manning says, "Are you bipolar? I hear two voices." It's just me in the background. I'm Aaron's son, Dustin. Hello, nice to meet you. I'm the one that is reciting all the questions. Christopher Walken as Snow Bear. Question about animation from Raul Casa do Storyboards. Is a timing chart only useful if someone else is in betweening, or would you do one for yourself?
I never do timing charts for myself, ever.
So it's
No.
only when you're in a team.
It's only when I'm on a team. Now, that doesn't mean if you can't remember your timing, then yeah, put a timing chart in there. But I always remember my timing.
Dragon Nerd Izzy, I think, has a recommendation for a snow bear. A snow bear as the Grinch.
Oh, that's a good idea.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. Lana Oz on YouTube says the Snow Bear film is so beautiful.
Thank you.
And Paper Dog Studio says this one's going to be cute.
We made the short list for the Oscars, so that's cool. So we'll see what happens with that.
That's some good news.
Yeah, that was really good news.
Autumn Everlasting on YouTube says, just joined, thought I'd miss the stream for sure. Yay, Snow Bears.
Yes, we are drawing snow bears. We are in the last 48 hours of our campaign.
In fact, we're drawing the last, you caught on just on the last drawing of the stream. But right now, For you latecomers, we got a buy one, get one 50% off on creatureartteacher.com for all the different courses. So if you buy one course, you can get another one for 50% off.
Go ahead and run the show the Kickstarter slide as well.
Yes, I'm doing it right now.
Oh, okay, cool. Thanks.
Kickstarter slide on, and so if you go over to the Kickstarter, you can, if you're on a phone, you can scan that QR code right there. It'll take you straight to the site, if I recall correctly. And as that says, 40 hours left, and these particular drawings that is working on right now is for the deluxe set, correct?
Yep, for the top tier.
For the tippy top tier.
If you, that's like the supporter level there.
Yep.
So
And each one of these drawings is unique. So two people or three people get the deluxe set. Each one gets their own unique drawing. There's not one.
Yeah,
same
we've
drawing.
actually got over 60 of these ordered, and you can be. And I'm going to do up to 1,000 of them. So if we get 1,000 of them ordered, I'll do 1,000.
That's a
and every single one of them would be different.
Yeah, so go over to Kickstarter, look up Snow Bear card game, and it'll take you right there. And in fact, for all you that don't want to miss the stream, I will share the link onto Facebook, onto YouTube, and onto Twitch. So go over to that link that I just shared, and yeah.
And yeah.
Show some support for the card game. Yeah, cool.
It's a fun game. It's a lot of fun. So the reason I hit the ink drawing is this is waterproof ink, but if it's not completely dry, obviously it'll bleed into the watercolor, and I don't want that.
How was Christmas so far?
So far, so good. You're 364 days early.
So far, so good. Why don't you use it on high? I think talking about the
Because it's too loud. I don't like to blast everybody out.
What?
I can't hear you.
Forrest Lessex on YouTube says my Christmas was all right. I got a Lion King T-shirt.
Hey, there you go.
Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata.
What a wonderful phrase. Cassidy Storyboards says, thanks for answering my question and Happy New Year to you both.
Happy New Year, baby.
Happy New Year. Vibes on YouTube. Right. Hey, can I ask about your experience working with music and animation together? Like Phil Collins' music and Brother Bear?
Yes, go ahead. Ask me. Well,
I think the question, I think it's just like, what was it like working with
it was
Phil
awesome.
Collins?
Yeah, if I wasn't an animator or an artist, visual artist, I would probably be a musician because I love music as well. So, we always had music in our family. My father was a professional musician, and so I've always been around music. And so being able to work with Phil was a dream. It was an absolute dream.
Zelji on Facebook is asking, is Aaron on a angled or flat surface right now? Wondering why the blue isn't spreading towards the light area.
No, I'm flat.
Flat. Flat as a board. Danart HD on YouTube says, hello, Aaron.
Hello.
Happy holidays to you and your family.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Your film Snow Bear makes me want to learn animation very much. Even more. Thank you. Heartwarming film.
Thank you.
Happy holidays.
I love animation. It's a good profession, let me tell you.
Penn Manning on Twitch asks, how are you blending? You just add a bit more water to the brush every time?
Yes, I add water, but I also it's the amount of water you have. So sometimes I squeeze it out. It's you get a feel for it. So if you have too much, then you'll get it pooling up. So you'll see me always doing this because I'm just pulling water out, and then I'll really squeeze it to soak up pigment. You can do all kinds of stuff.
And is there a technique like if you put on too much color, you can
soak it up by squeezing all the water out of the brush, and then it'll soak into the brush. Yeah, you'll see me constantly squeezing water out and.
Did you watch any animated movies recently?
What have I watched?
Avatar.
Technically, yeah, we saw Avatar. I'd call that animated.
Animated was a little bit of live action.
I haven't seen any keyframe animated films, hand-drawn, not in a while.
Right.
Other than what's in the running.
Last week, some of my friends and I watched How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Oh, yeah?
As well as, the 66 version, and also Charlie Brown Christmas special. And also we watched Polar Express. We just had a weekend of Christmas movie nights the weekend before, and this past weekend we did similar, but with less movies because some of the folks couldn't make it. But the big highlight of this past weekend was not an animated feature, but one of my favorite Christmas films growing up, Christmas Vacation.
Oh, yeah.
In which one of the guys, actually two of the guys in our group never saw it before. And so had an absolute blast hearing their reactions again, because we were all watching this. We were all watching together on Discord, the online social thing, similar to that like Zoom or Skype, but it's more voice focused. But yeah, we watched it on there, and also weekend before we watched Home Alone, which surprisingly a handful of folks in our group didn't watch that one either, and you can guess the kinds of reactions that were heard over the microphones during that, especially when the two burglars are making their way into the house in the final bits. That was a lot of fun. But yeah, just a lot of different Christmas movies I'm watching. Forrest Lake on YouTube says, I watched Brother Bear earlier this month.
Hey, thanks.
Very nice.
I hope you enjoyed it.
And Dragon Nerd Izzy writes, have you ever watched Klouse on Netflix? It's a very good animated film. Yes, it is. I know.
It's fantastic.
I watched that multiple times. Not this year, but I've watched it so many times the past few years that I can decide.
I think Klouse is one of the best looking 2D animated films since Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah, I have to agree. Just the way all the lighting and everything just blends together so well.
The design, the layout, everything, art direction. That movie is so good.
Yeah, and also the fact that it was digitally animated. Like when it comes to the older 2D films, like say, whether if it's like Brother Bear or Atlantis or even some of the older films like Aristocats, you can always tell in the background when something, when there's like something that is the background and then there's something that's going to be animated, like somebody grabbing a book. Like you can actually tell which book it is going to be because its coloring is so different from all the other books, you know. But with Klouse, the way the digital animation made them able to blend the background to the characters and the props so perfectly, it felt way more natural. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And also, I just love the art style. That kind of chalkiness to it. That is that the kind of saying it is? Like it's almost like a chalky, like a graphite kind of.
For what one?
There's the texturing of Klouse.
Yeah.
Like with like the different lines and textures.
Yeah.
It's almost like a chalkiness to it, but
yeah.
It's
I don't know if I would. Yeah, very soft.
Soft, more like it. But man, also just the characters themselves. So many great comedy bits, great emotional bits. I still get teary eyed when the Sami girl gets her her wind powered sleigh, whatever it is. I can't remember what they're called, but the music, like with the music playing and seeing the two guys watching her riding up around the morning light, just man, brings me to tears every time. What's the white pen?
They're acrylic markers.
Acrylic markers?
Yep, they are acrylic markers right here. Whoops, I just blew it off. The Artistro white pens. They come in a box of 5, and all 5 are different pens. I love these. They're really, really good. So I've ordered a whole bunch of them.
Martin asks, how did you like Avatar 3?
I liked it. I felt like it was very similar to Avatar 2.
Yeah, a few small things, but yeah, like especially the final conflict felt very similar to that of the second one.
I liked the introduction of the new villain.
Yes. And also that whole dynamic of the old colonel and the new character. So it's almost like they're as though they're becoming the the complete negative of the main
Yeah.
characters.
Yeah, the mirror
Yeah,
images.
The mirror, yeah. The yin and yang, the positive, the negative. How do you know the correct way to space out the snowflakes? Is there a rule to that?
No, there's no rule. It's just what looks aesthetically pleasing to me. And I don't want them to be super distracting, so I don't want too many of them. But I also want it to feel like it's snowing. So there you go. There's 50. There's our 50th one. So once again, this is for our Kickstarter, which is ending actually in less than 48 hours now. And we're down to our last 2 days. So please, if you want to help us create more animated content, then go on over to our Kickstarter and you can support us there. Get a game out of it. The Snow Bear card game. If you like the film, you'll like the game, and you'll be helping create more animated content. And we've also got sales going on, or we've got the buy one, get one 50% off sale going on at creatureartteacher.com over at our website.
With any course out there. So any of Dad's courses, my course, or Ronnie's courses, you just buy one and get one 50% off. And I believe it's going on for the weekend.
Yes.
Sorry, I didn't mean to
Everybody's working for the weekend. So there we go, folks.
And that's the way it is.
Got a whole bunch we did today. See what we got here.
Holy cannoli.
These are all ones we did today. I think that's it.
Paper Dog Studio on YouTube says, I love it. Thank you, Aaron and Dustin. You guys are doing beautiful work.
Thank you. Thanks for hanging out with us today.
He's doing all the work. I'm just sitting here reading.
Oh, it's all right, man. So these are the handful that we did today. We got the little flower guy. We've got mom and child, or parent and child. Icicle horns.
Rambling Court Jester says, these are really cool bears.
Yes.
Yes.
There's one lifting his head.
They're almost as cool as snow.
Yes.
I made that one up.
There's that, and there we go. So there we are. There's our latest ones. Once again, head on over to our Kickstarter campaign and spread the word too. Let's see if we can jack that thing up, and that money's going to go back into making more animated content. And we got a lot of stuff to make. So
Yes.
I want to make another film. So thanks a lot, you guys. Thanks for hanging out. Go on out there, put some beauty back in the world, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.
Cowboy Bebop. Bye.